Breaking news. U.S. citizen shot and killed by ICE in Minneapolis.
Was shot and killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis on Wednesday.
Video evidence contradicts federal claims. Hello and welcome to Exposed News Outlet, where we shed light on topics that matter most. I'm your host, Andrea. Today, we're exploring Operation Metro Surge in Minneapolis and the reckless shooting and murder of Renee Nicole Good. As we navigate the complexities of our world, it's essential to stay informed and engaged. By subscribing to our channel, enabling notifications, and sharing our content, you are supporting our mission to provide thought-provoking insights and inspire positive change. Thank you for being part of our community. And now, without further ado, let's get to the news. On January 7th, ICE executed a massive enforcement surge in Minneapolis. A woman in her Honda Pilot SUV was shot multiple times at point-blank range. Federal officials claim she tried to weaponize her car, but the video tells a different story. Watch this clip.
On Wednesday, in Minneapolis, a federal agent fatally shot a motorist, 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good. Trump administration officials said these were, quote, defensive shots, fired because the officer was being run over.
And a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over.
But our analysis of bystander footage, filmed from different angles, appears to show the agent was not in the path of the victim's SUV when he fired 3 shots at close range. Here's how events unfolded. Moments before the shooting, the victim's maroon SUV is stopped in the middle of the street. Multiple unmarked federal vehicles are idling nearby. Secretary Noem alleged the motorist, quote, was blocking the officers in. Bystanders are blowing whistles and yelling at federal agents.
Go home to Texas!
Then, federal vehicles start moving toward the maroon SUV, with sirens and lights blaring. A federal agent films the scene on his phone. The driver rolls forward slightly, turning left, then stops and waves for others to go ahead. 2 agents exit this silver pickup and walk toward the vehicle. Moments later, shots are fired. Let's look at the scene again more closely. This is the agent who shoots the driver. He walks around the car filming and disappears from view. Other agents pull up and order the driver to exit her vehicle. One of them grabs at the door handle and reaches inside. The SUV reverses, then turns right, apparently attempting to leave. At the same time, the agent filming crosses toward the left of the vehicle and grabs his gun. He opens fire on the motorist and continues shooting as she drives past. The moment the agent fires, he is standing here, to the left of the SUV, and the wheels are pointing to the right, away from the agent. This appears to conflict with allegations that the SUV was ramming or about to ram the officer. President Trump and others said the federal agent was hit by the SUV, often pointing to another video filmed from a different angle. And it's true that at this moment in this grainy low-resolution footage, it does look like the agent is being struck by the SUV. But when we synchronize it with the first clip, we can see the agent is not being run over. In fact, his feet are positioned away from the SUV. The SUV crashes into a white car parked down the road. A bystander runs toward the collision. The federal agents on scene do not appear to rush to provide emergency medical care. Eventually, the agent who shot the motorist approaches the vehicle. Seconds later, he turns back around and tells his colleagues to call 911.
Shame! You shot someone! You shot someone!
Agents block several bystanders who attempt to provide medical care, including one who identifies himself as a physician.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't care!
At the same time, several agents, including the agent who opened fire, get in their vehicles and drive off, apparently altering the active crime scene.
From ICE agent John Ross's cell phone, he's now been identified as the agent who was there on Wednesday. He's accused of firing the shots that killed Renee Good at 34th and Portland. In other videos that we have seen out there, you see the ICE agent holding a phone in some of those, and apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is some of the video from his actual perspective from that
Correct,
that
from
phone.
his perspective
Okay.
in the moments up until and beyond when that car comes by him there.
Okay, we're gonna play that for you here with just a bit of a heads up, a warning that you will see Renee Good behind the wheel of the vehicle in the moments before she was killed. It stops when the shots are fired, but we just want to let you know that is what you're going to be seeing if you choose to watch.
I'm not mad. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Whoa!
Witnesses on the street say she was trying to drive away. And evidence in the video proves that with the tires turned. She wasn't trying to attack anyone. Local leaders are outraged and calling for ICE to leave. This is happening in U.S. neighborhoods, not a battlefield. January 7th, ICE agents conducting Operation Metro Surge in Minneapolis shot and killed a U.S. citizen in broad daylight. The victim, a 37-year-old mother of 3, was in her vehicle and was killed at point-blank range by an ICE agent. Federal officials are claiming self-defense and calling it domestic terrorism. But video footage fails to support that narrative.
What happened was our officers were out trying to get a car stuck out of the snow when they were surrounded and assaulted and blocked in by protesters.
Well, you said, Madam
that were
Secretary,
inciting.
the officer was following his training.
He did follow his training because of an individual that was
point blank into a driver's window. Is that part of the training? How is that self-defense?
This is an experienced officer who followed his training, and we will continue to let the investigation unfold into the individual and continue to follow the procedures and policies that happen in these use of force cases. But let's remember the events that surrounded what happened yesterday on that tragic situation was that these individuals had followed our officers all day, had harassed them, had blocked them in. They were impeding our law enforcement operations, which is against the law. And when they demanded and commanded her to get out of her vehicle several times, she did not.
But you called her
we'll continue to allow this process to unfold and recognize that these law enforcement officers every single day put their lives on the line.
Of course
they go out and do their jobs.
Of course they do. You called her a domestic terrorist, though, without an investigation.
This was an act of domestic terrorism,
but there
which
had
is
been no
perpetuating
investigation into who she was or what she was about, and yet now you're saying
these
you can't
policies
speak
and
about the incident
procedures that
because of the
follow a use
investigation.
of force situation like this are continuing to be put in place. So this is standard operating procedure after every use of force situation, is that we follow these procedures and protocols. This situation is no different.
The federal government deployed more than 2,000 Homeland Security and ICE agents to Minneapolis, the largest operation ever in Minnesota. These agents were in military-style gear, heavy presence in neighborhoods, and many residents felt terrorized, not protected. On what eyewitnesses say, video shows the woman trying to drive away, not attack anyone. ICE agent, who has been identified as Jonathan Ross, fired multiple times at her SUV, once through the front windshield and twice through her side window as she drove past him. At close range, she immediately died or lost control of the vehicle, and it crashed into parked cars on the street.
After the shooting, neighbors asked to administer aid, shouting at the federal agents.
We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor.
Local government response: Mayor Jacob Frey condemned ICE, calling their narrative bullshit, and saying that the federal operation brings chaos, not safety, and that they needed to get the F out of Minnesota and Minneapolis.
We collectively are going to do everything possible to get to the bottom of this, to get justice, and to make sure that there is an investigation that is conducted in full. But what we do know is that a 37-year-old woman is dead and that she was shot by ICE. We've dreaded this moment since the early stages of this ICE presence in Minneapolis. Not only is this a concern that we've had internally, we've been talking about it. They are not here to cause safety in this city. What they are doing is not to provide safety in America. What they are doing is causing chaos and distrust. They're ripping families apart. They're sowing chaos on our streets, and in this case, quite literally killing people. So they are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. As soon as it happened and we learned of the incident, we had several priorities. The first, of course, was to get the victim to the hospital and to get care as soon as possible. To the family, I'm so deeply sorry. There's nothing that I can say right now that's going to make you or your relatives or the friends of the victim feel any better. There were, I believe, 2 Minneapolis police officers that responded and were in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. The second was to get ICE off of the scene. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of ICE and federal officers that were there at the time. Having them there was only causing more chaos. Having them there was only making a difficult situation even more problematic, and one that, yes, they created themselves. There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave.
Governor Tim Walz called for calm and said protests should remain peaceful while justice is pursued. And this isn't just happening in Minnesota. Just a day later, 2 more people were shot in Portland. I have another video coming on that as well, so watch for that. And look at what just happened in Philadelphia. Philadelphia County Sheriff Rochelle Bilal stood up publicly after the Minneapolis shooting and blasted ICE, calling them made-up fake law enforcement as they wear masks like bandits, questioning their legitimacy and their tactics in American communities. She warned federal agents directly, saying, "You don't want this smoke," and made it clear that if any ICE officers commit crimes in her city, they will be arrested and prosecuted under local law. No masks, no hiding, no cover-ups, and no wisping away and witness protection programs.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Kraftner, who said he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail. Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that. But here's the last thing that I will say. Law enforcement professionals around the country do their job, and we have been fighting for years to build that bridge between us and our communities. You have one negative nutcase that causes this problem, and now we all have to fight again to let people know law enforcement works with communities. These crimes would not be down if we didn't have communities work with us. Thank you.
She stood shoulder to shoulder with Philadelphia's district attorney, who affirmed that no one, including federal agents, is above the law in Philly. This isn't fringe rhetoric. Thousands across the country are watching and reacting in horror, and law enforcement leaders are breaking ranks with the federal regime's violent overreach. Please share and expose the truth. We need justice for Renee Nicole Good. Hashtag stop federal violence. Hashtag abolish ICE. As we conclude today's discussion, remember that knowledge is power. Please share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And let's empower each other to create positive change. Don't forget to please subscribe to my podcast if you haven't already. Please like this video and share it on your platforms to support our mission of promoting fact-based information and inspiring positive change. Once again, thank you for watching this video till the end. Go ahead and leave me your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the situation unfolding and what your thoughts are. And everyone, be safe out there. Thank you.